Okay, good afternoon. Good afternoon, Victor E. How are you doing today? It's a pleasure having you here. Yes, indeed, it is a pleasure having you here. And we are going to be discussing the market, live market analysis today, live trading, right? So, of course, we're going to need participation from you. Any instruments that you are looking at, any trade that you have taken, any mistake that you have made, any question whatsoever, we're going to be looking at them today with respect to trading. Yes, indeed. So, a quick confirmation if the audio is good to go from your end. Hope you can hear us loud and clear. I'm going to wait for your feedback on that, and you are the first person to join us as well. We are also hopefully going to wait for others to jump in good time. As we always say, if you know anybody that should be here, you can as well send them the link and let them join us as well. Thank you. You said loud and clear. Thank you. So, how has the trading week been for you? Today is Thursday, and this week, trust me, has been bumper packed. We've had a lot of information come out from the market, and of course, this week has been a week for the banks with respect to the interest rates. So we're going to talk about that as well because that is part of our trading. As a matter of fact, a complete strategy should have the fundamentals also in view. The fundamentals, as a matter of fact, should be the first thing that everybody and anybody should be looking at, right? So Victor E, a quick one from you. You're the only one here for now. Let us know how your trading has been this week. Has it been profitable? Has it been good, bad, ugly, just there? Whatever the case is, let us know. We're going to look at some charts. Are you looking at any charts? We'll show you some of the charts that we're looking at as well. You said good, awesome. Since it has been good, then indeed that is awesome. Maybe you could teach us one or two things as well. And you could also let us know what you are watching on your radar, that we can put it up on the screen and then we can discuss it as well, right? So when we say put it up on the screen, we're talking about looking at the charts. And if you look in front of you now, this is the chart of Euro USD. And we're going to talk about the Euro USD. As a matter of fact, we're going to talk about the dollar. Here is the dollar, the DX. As you can see, this is the dollar, also known as the USD index, right? The Dixie, and so on, right? It has different names, but still the same instrument. So based on the dollar, we have some key data that came out yesterday, and the key data has to do obviously with news, right? So we need to understand that news is a big factor when it comes to trading. News is a key major factor when it comes to trading. And then we always say that one thing you need to do is to pay attention to the news. The news is very key, very, very important, right? You'll notice that we're talking about the news. Okay, we have Wisdom that has joined us as well. You're welcome, Wisdom, right? So we haven't gone too far. Right? We're still talking about the market because this is a live trading session. So you can also let us know how your trading has been as well. Victor E has told us that his own trading was good this week. We're just trying to talk about what happened this week. And today is Thursday. The week is more or less over. Before you know it, tomorrow, Friday, TGIF will be around the corner. It's already around the corner, sorry. Before you know it, the week will be over. And then we need to check back on how the week was. But we're asking you now so that if you had any issues, we could address them. If you're watching any instruments, you could also look into them as well. So we're saying that fundamentals is very, very important based on news. And we had a lot of news that dropped this week. I want to talk about news, we're talking about fundamentals. So we have the aspect of fundamentals and the aspect of technicals. Okay, I can see that since Mr. Wisdom's internet must have taken him out, I was about to show this slide here for everybody to take note of. Not sure, Victor E, have you seen this before? This particular slide here, I'm not sure. I know I've seen your name a couple of times at our sessions, but if you have, good. If you haven't, please, you could quickly write this down because this is more or less a step-by-step procedure of how you're supposed to be looking at the market. Great, and Wisdom is back. Wisdom, I'm sure that was your internet that took you out. A quick confirmation. Hope it is loud and clear. Hope you can hear me much better now. That's for wisdom. Hope you can hear me loud and clear now. So let us know, because you got signed out. So probably your internet was the one that took you out. So just to confirm that. Okay. So with that said, okay, thank you. I can see your comment here. You said yes, internet, and you can hear us well. Okay, great. So now, please, guys, make sure you take note of this. You can write this down, right? Write this down based on the news. Always make sure you're checking the upcoming news. Check for upcoming news. That's number one. Number two, map out your charts. Make sure you map out your charts. We're going to do this as we proceed. We're going to show you the procedure. That's why this is the live trading session. And we said you have any questions, feel free to ask. You have any charts you're looking at, we can look at it together, analyze it together, and look for opportunities together as well, based on the time frame, based on the situation as of now, because there could easily be news coming out based on that instrument. Right, so please write this down. I'm going to change the slide shortly, right, because we want to dive in and show you this news, the news that we had this week, right? So this is the news that we had throughout this week. If you look at the top, you can see the date, Sunday, March 19. You can see Monday, Tuesday, all the way down. So if you're looking at the calendar that we have for this week, you can see that everything here is red, and that's because from the filter from this website, Forex Factory. Forex Factory is where we get most of our news from. You can get it from different websites as well. And of course, Forex Factory, the calendar is a good one because it's simple and easy to make use of. You can also get information from other sites. As an example, you can get it from like the BK Asset Management. You can get it from Forex Live and other sources. But Forex Factory, as you can see in front of you, is very good. And that's what we're making use of here. As you can see, only red impact, this red colors under the impact shows there's going to be an impact, which is color red, which has to do with high volatility. And we already turned off the filter. This is the filter right here. You could do all, right? Do all and apply the filter. And then you can see all the news that we had for today. Sorry, since something, okay. All, sorry, I only clicked on this one. So apply the filter, and then you see all the news. Apart from the red, you see the yellow, you see the orange, you see the gray as well. But we focus on the red because those are the ones that carry high volatility. So I'm going to do that again, and then I'm going to click none. First of all, then only click on red and apply filter. This is what we normally do because we are paying more attention to the news that carries much weight in the market. So you can also do this as well. Pay attention to the news that carries much weight that can cause some serious volatility in the market, right? So right from Tuesday, because Monday, there wasn't anything much on Monday, but right from Tuesday, you can see that we had news that came out for the CAD, the CPI, Consumer Price Index, all the way down to Wednesday. And then today, yesterday, we had this very key important one for the FOMC. I'm not sure whether you guys are aware of the FOMC. Jonathan, you're welcome. If you're aware of the FOMC, which stands for the Federal Open Market Committee news, right, has to do with the interest rate for the US. And it's a very key important data, right? And based on what happened yesterday, right? Based on what happened yesterday, it was very volatile. Because if you cross over to the dollar, I'm going to cross over to the dollar chart. You know, we looked at the dollar chart briefly, which is the DXY, DX for us, USD index is still the same thing, is the dollar. So this is it over here. You can see the dollar in front of us, DX. You can see more or less throughout this month, as you can see from here, this is the beginning, 5th, 6th of March. Throughout this month, more or less, it has been to the downside, right? So what does this mean for other instruments? Because you know, dollar is a major participant, it's a major driver in the market, right? And it's a major driver for the major currency pairs, the majors. So the majors are the likes of Euro USD, Pounds USD, AUD USD, all of them, including gold, right? Because gold also is highly related to the dollar as well, right? When we say related, when you have the dollar depreciating in this case, when it's dropping, then you should see gold appreciating, right? The same thing for Euro USD, right? Based on the positioning, right? Based on the positioning of the USD, right? Because in Euro USD, this is the currency pair over here, Euro USD, and this is also from pairing. So we're hoping that you know how to pair two currencies together. We normally do this in the beginners classes. So when you're pairing two currencies together, this is Euro here, this is USD, right? So because USD is the second currency, which is known as the counter or quote currency, when the USD is going down in this manner, you'd expect Euro USD to be appreciating in value. So this is a good one for you to use as a gauge for the Euro USD as an example. So when we say as a gauge for the Euro USD, we're going to clean this up, and you can see this one is going down. I'm going to show you Euro USD, which happens to be beside it. We click on it, so you can see Euro USD is appreciating, right? So these are an idea for you looking at the dollar, right? What is happening here? You notice that it's kind of similar to the Euro USD. So you're looking at Euro USD now. We have just talked about the news, number one, right? All the news coming out. Let's even double check. Sorry, let's double check the news coming out today. We just did the general checking of the news, but let's double check the news coming out today. If you look very well, all the news have already come out. The last one came out at 1:30 p.m., right? This is Thursday, right? Last one came out at 1:30 p.m. for USD, right? The other ones came out from 9:30 a.m. for Switzerland francs and so on. So these are all the news that came out today. And you can pay attention to these ones coming out tomorrow as well. Tomorrow being Friday, we have for the euros, we have for the pounds, and for the dollar as well. And that is why you don't have any values over here, because the news is yet to drop. So this news will drop tomorrow. That is Nigerian time tomorrow. The first one is 9:15 a.m. Nigerian time, and this one is 2:45 p.m. Nigerian time as well for the dollar, USD dollar. So based on where you are, if you happen to be outside Nigeria, then you need to adjust this to your own time zone, right? By clicking here where you have the time, you click here where you have the time, and then it shows you how to adjust the time zones over here. So this is just something for you to take note of, right? For you to take note of. So we don't have any news coming out again today. So that means that we should not, hopefully, right? Please listen to what I'm saying and how I am saying it. We should not hopefully have some violent moves in the market because we don't have high impact news scheduled again. But you could also have breaking news. It could be a breaking news that could introduce volatility to the market, right? It could be some breaking news that could introduce volatility to the market, right? So you can see from this area USD, it has hit this area of resistance. You can see this is an area here of resistance. So as I see this area of resistance, we're expecting it to drop down to this point here. And you can see the trend is an uptrend. The trend is an uptrend, meaning that if you are a trend trader, you're looking forward to buying, this is where you'll be looking out for. This is where I'm also looking out for as a trend trader. TT standing for trend trader. But over here, this would be the area for counter trend traders, CT, counter trend traders. So we have the counter trend traders over here, and then we have the trend traders over here as well. So depending on the type of trader that you are, you should know where to enter. You should know where to enter. Every strategy, every trading strategy must have an entry and an exit to it. Yesterday, we talked about the price action trading strategy for those that were in attendance. That's what we discussed, and that is what we have over here. And as I said yesterday, because I happened to be the one to conduct yesterday's session, as I said yesterday, this is actually my bread and butter. This is what I have been using. It is my go-to, right? And you can see what we have already marked over here. These are our levels of support and resistance. Let me clean up the chart and show you the levels that we're talking about, right? So you can see here, this was an area of resistance when the market went down. Here is an area of support here as it went up. So you can easily draw your levels, whether it's your rectangle you want to use like this, or it's just a horizontal line. So if it's a horizontal line, I can as well come over here where you have the horizontal line, click on it, and then come to this point and then drop it, right? So this is the horizontal line that we have over here representing our support. So anyone you're using, it is fine. Just make sure that you know what is happening around those areas. So from support, you can see price came back to this point here. It's reacted as resistance over here, and then it broke out and then acted as support. Whenever price breaks out of a level, the opposite is the case. And then you can see it kept on bouncing up that place. But then over here, look at what happened here. And I'm going to tell you this story over here. Here was around 15th of March. This 15th of March. This should be last week. So maybe you could check last week as well. Last week, if you look at these big candles, this big candles should already tell me that most likely there was news that came out for Euro, or there was news that came out for USD last week. And that's why we had these big candles that came to this support, didn't respect it, broke down to this point, and then from here, it said to make its uprising again. And look at what is happening here. Look at how price is moving. And that's why we said, based on how price is moving here, as a trend trader, this is where you would like to enter the market. You can see as we're conducting this live trading session, right? As we're conducting this live trading session, I'm going to tell you guys something here that is very, very important that I use personally to trade. As a matter of fact, I use based on how to look at the market with respect to whether I should be staring at my chart or I should go and come back. Because most traders today, I can tell you for a fact that they are staring at their charts. When I say staring, they're just focusing on it. They're just trying to stare and stare, looking for opportunities and all. But as I said now, if you are a trend trader, you want to buy around here. So the question for you, the market is here, right? And we don't have any news coming out again on the calendar that we just checked. We don't have any news coming out on the calendar that we just checked, right? For Euro, for USD, no news coming out again till tomorrow. But then from here to this point, do you think we can have a candle, or do you think this market can get to this point? My answer will be no. You can see this candle here. This candle was from yesterday, right? And this is big candle. That's why we said whenever you have big size candles, just know most likely it is from news. So this one was from yesterday, and you can see Euro USD. Did any news come out yesterday for USD or Euro? Yes, it came out yesterday for USD. And that was the FOMC that we talked about, where we said that the dollar dropped and then this Euro USD is pushed higher. So you can always take note of what is happening. So from here to here, I doubt whether we'll have a candle like this until tomorrow. Until tomorrow. What does that mean? That simply means that I don't have to check this Euro USD until tomorrow. The time now is just about 2:19, 2:20 p.m. So I don't have to kill myself. I'm staring at the market. Trading is meant to be passive and not active. It doesn't mean that the more time that you spend staring at the chart, that you'll get opportunities. Opportunities would come knocking at the right time. You just have to know when that right time is going to be. And that's why we have done this over here as a trend trader. As a trend trader, right? This is where you'll be looking out for. But then the market most likely will not get here today, right? It might most likely be till tomorrow. Who knows? Or worst of the worstest cases, you can be checking this chart every 4 hours, right? Every 4 hours. Before you know, you've checked it 6 times, and then before you know, you would have a better understanding where it is, whether it has gotten there or not, right? So I said that personally because this is how I actually look at charts. It is stress-free for me. And that's why as we're talking about this live trading session, I'm also telling you live what I'm looking at and then also what I am expecting, right? So I don't know the type of trader that you guys are. You should know. And I'm going to also show you something because just like Ludo, I'm using Ludo as an example. Whenever I ask chess, if people play chess, people say no, but I want to believe that we played Ludo, or we played draft, am I correct? Just like Ludo or draft or chess or whatever board game, right? You most times have to also pay attention to the opponent. If you move your piece this way, what would your opponent do and so on? Things like that. So in that line of thought process, let's also think, what will the sellers want to do on this chart? The seller simply means that they want to go against this chart. They want to go against the chart. I'm going to show you something, well, something that some traders might know, some traders might not know. I'm going to show you a pattern because price tends to move in patterns. And that's why you be hearing different patterns like pennant, you hear flags, you hear channels, wedges, triangles, and so on. There's a particular one that is known as head and shoulders. Head and shoulders. Have you guys heard about head and shoulders before? Let me get your feedback. We have some people that have just joined us. You're welcome as well. Don't forget, if you are watching any instrument, you want us to look at it together, you can drop it in the comment section, and you can also drop your time frame as well. So if it is Euro USD 4 hours, let us know. We'll check Euro USD 4 hours. Or if it is Bitcoin or gold, let us know as well. So guys, have you heard about head and shoulders before? Thank you. Only one person replied, and we have more than one person here. You know that this is live. Listen, guys, I'm gonna buttress on something because I like to buttress on a few things, depending on how the class is going as well. This is live, LIVE, live trading session, live trading market analysis. That simply means that everybody here, we should be trading live. When you're trading live, then that is serious trading. Live trading, that is serious trading. So as it is serious trading, what does that mean? That means that we should be serious here, we should be live here. Live meaning that it is not recording, you are watching. You guys are here dropping your comments, answering questions, asking and answering questions at the same time and participating basically. Before you know it, the time will be over and then we'll call it a day. But we want you to get value from this live trading sessions that we're having. Thank you guys. So we have Wisdom that said yes. Okay, sorry, we have two wisdoms here. So let me say the wisdom properly. We have Unwadimbu Wisdom. Sorry if I murdered your name. We have Unwadimbu Wisdom, Victor E, and Jonathan that said yes, they know head and shoulders pattern. When you see head and shoulders pattern, it's like the human. The human has a left shoulder, it has a head, this is the head, and then has a right shoulder as well, right? So this is the left shoulder, this is the head, and then this is the right shoulder, right? So if you look at it very well, this is how, a typical human should be. But don't forget, there's some people that the left shoulder, right, might not be balanced compared to the right shoulder. It might be slightly above or it might be slightly lower or whatever the case might be. But it will still look like a head and shoulders. Some people can walk a bit slanted, but it is still head and shoulders pattern. So it won't be 100% in this image. It won't be 100% in this look. So look at what we have over here. Now, this is for the CT traders, guys. Remember we said whether you're playing Ludo or draft or whatever, or chess, you must also pay attention to what the other party are doing. I would like to buy over here, but I have to wait as a trend trader. But look at what's happening here. So you will know whether you can take advantage of it or not. Now, this can be assumed as the left shoulder, this as the head, and then we're expecting price to get to this point here as what? As the right shoulder, right? Wisdom said, no, sir. Is that no, sir, to head and shoulders? Maybe that's a head and shoulders question. Sorry, I just scrolled down now. So if it is no, then this is a pattern that you are hearing now. There are lots and lots of patterns out there, right? And of course, at the very beginning, I don't know how long you have been trading for. I don't know how long you guys have been trading for, but you most likely would not have heard about all of them, right? You have head and shoulders, you have pennant, you have flags, you have so many patterns out there, triangles and so on. So it is a thing of the ones that you get to hear now, add them to your arsenal. You hear another one, add them to your arsenal, right? And then before you know it, you are fully loaded with enough, equipment, enough tools, enough what you need to place trades in the market, whether as a CT trader or TT trader, because you know what you're looking for and where you're looking for that thing. So you can see now, as a CT trader, I just want the price to go up a bit. And when it goes up, what am I looking for as well? I'm looking for price action candlestick. We have some certain price action candlestick patterns, right? That when they do occur, it will be a good one for us to use to enter the market. It will be a good one for us to use to enter the market at that particular place, right? So these are things that are very, very important for us to take note of, right? Guys, if you have any question at this point, we're about halfway to today's live trading session. This is Euro USD. You can see I'm taking time to explain this one thoroughly, but once you can see and understand one chart, you should be able to replicate that on other charts as well. We're going to look at some other charts that I am also looking at because, of course, I am a trader. I'm a trader before a trainer, right? It is the little trading skills that is, putting me in front of you, right? And that is very key, very, very important. So look at what we have here once again, left shoulder, head, and then right shoulder, right? Good. So let me clean this up and then let's cross over to another chart. Guys, if you have any question, feel free to ask as well. We're going to cross over to the next one that we have over here, which is GBP USD. Look at GBP USD, beautiful. I'm saying beautiful because we have a pattern here. First of all, what you can see, don't forget you check the fundamentals. We've already checked the fundamentals through the Forex Factory, so we don't need to keep on going there, especially for today, because the time now is 2:28 p.m. The last news we had was at 1:30 p.m. for the USD. So we don't have any news again coming out, right? But look at what we have over here. When you map out your charts, right? Even before you map out your charts, the first thing that jumps at us, I repeat, the first thing that jumps at us over here is what is the trend, right? I repeat, the first thing that jumps at us is the trend. What is the trend here? Clearly, you should be able to see that the trend is up. This is an uptrend, right? This is an uptrend that you can see right in front of you. As it is an uptrend, this simply means that preferably you want to trade with the trend, So you're looking for the price to pull back to areas, right? Certain areas. Look at this one that we have mapped out here, resistance. You can see a little bit, but still resistance. As it broke out right here, we always like a nice U-shaped pattern like this, a nice curve back pattern. And then this should act as what? This should act as support and then push higher, right? And this was from when? This was from yesterday, as you can see, 21st, oh sorry, 2 days ago, 21st of March, 2 days ago, just before yesterday's FOMC. This is the candle for yesterday's FOMC. You can see the size of it. That's how you'll be able to know that this candle is based on news, right? But then this pattern we have here is called a wedge. It's a rising wedge. This rising wedge simply means that when price gets to this point here, as you can see, you have these highs here, you have these highs here, we have these highs here. You can see the highs that we have over here, these highs here. If the price get back to this point here, look forward to selling. And this is for what? This is for the CT traders. This pattern is for the CT traders, right? You must understand some few patterns here and there as well. So this is for the CT traders. Meaning that if you're a counter trend trader, this will be a good place for you to see, and then for you to enter the market when it gets here, and then hopefully it drops down to this point of support. So for the TT traders, this is where you would like to enter the market to buy. This is where you like to enter the market to buy. And then don't forget, while you're waiting for the market at that particular area, it's like you're waiting for a bus to get to the bus stop where you are, and then you bought it, right? But when this bus, with respect to price being the bus, when this bus gets to the bus stop, you are now waiting for what? You are now waiting for that trigger, that reason to enter the bus, to enter the market at this point over here. And that's what we call those price action candlesticks. You guys know the price action candlesticks? If you know, good. If you don't, they are called, like an example, the pin bar, the hammer, the engulfing, bearish engulfing, bullish engulfing. Bearish is for selling, and then bullish is for buying. So do you guys know those candlesticks, those price action candlesticks? Let us know. If your answer is yes, then good. If your answer is no, I could show you a slide that covers this candles, particular candlestick patterns that we need to pay attention to. And when they get there, we use them as a form of trigger. Okay, I can't see anybody typing anything, so that means that we all know the candlesticks as we normally show everybody. And Victor E said yes, knows the candles. Great. But I want to believe everybody knows. If not, I would have shown you on the chart. So let me clean this up. As you can see, Now this is the rising wedge. So all we're doing is waiting, patiently waiting for price to get back to this point. Here you can see we had 1, 2, 3 taps over here. So we're waiting for price to get here if it can. Assuming you missed out over here, if it gets to this point, look for your trigger, enter, and then see it drop lower, right? Okay, and wisdom said not all, sir, not at all, sir. You can see why we said let's participate, right? And that's why I did that on purpose. I didn't just want to cross over to the slide and assume. I wanted the engagement. I wanted you to answer if you have and if you haven't. Don't forget, this is the live trading session, meaning that most of us are supposed to be trading a live account already. You should be trading a live account. Guys, signify if you are trading a live account, let us know. If you are trading a live account now, let us know. Signify, there's the reason why I'm asking. And if you are trading a demo account, also type it. So you can try it live. I mean, type live or type demo, guys. Live or demo, let us know. I'm going to use that to ask a question or two while waiting for your comments, because I need everybody to jump in on this. I'm going to switch over to where you have those price action candles that we said whether you are aware of. These are them over here. So if you want, you can draw them or take screenshots. But then I want to look at the answers that we have. Jonathan said live, and then William said demo. Victor E said live. With Wisdom Nwandibo said live. Then Wisdom, the other Wisdom, Chukwu Mary J said demo. So we have people trading demo, people trading live. Okay, now let me ask this question, right? For those trading live especially, but then for those trading live and demo, let me ask this quick question. Which account do you think that you should be trading now that would help you to understand the market better? Which of the two accounts do you think you should be trading now that would help you to understand the market much better? Is it the demo or is it the live? Let me get feedback from you guys because I want to advise everybody here. Now, if you take note, today is the 23rd of March, which simply means that Q1 has ended. When you hear Q1 simply means the first quarter one of the year, which is January, February, March, has more or less ended. And then we're going to be entering Q2 next week. Q2 has to be April, May, June. Before you know it, it will be the end of the year. And then we have not achieved what we wanted to achieve because we were on demo and not learning properly. So you will see based on what we just said now, you can see the comments we're getting are what? Okay, Jonathan said, I don't really understand the question. Once again, the question was, are you trading live or are you trading demo? That was what we said first of all. Then we said, which of the two accounts, demo or live, which one would help you to understand the market better? When we say understand the market, mean that which one will help you to trade the market better? If you take note, it is, you can see I was about to say something and then I scrolled down and I saw what Nwandingbo Wisdom wrote. He said they lie, but it's painful when you lose a trade. Exactly. Pain. No pain, no gain. And that is where I was actually driving at. Because if you are trading the demo, I don't know how long you guys have been trading the demo for. Demo trading is good at the very beginning, but don't stay there for too long. Jump on a small live account and use that to practice. Because when you lose $1 on the live account, just like what Dingbo said, it is painful. It is painful when you lose a trade. And because it's painful, you will sit up even faster. You will do what you need to do even faster, right? Very, very key, very, very important, right? So you need to understand that. And that's why we ask that question. Because do not trade on the demo photo. Do you understand now, Jonathan? And if your account said live, Jonathan said live account. Okay, you guys now answered live. Okay, Jonathan too said live. So you guys need to understand that live account trading is key. You need to start now. I'm not saying tomorrow. And to tell you the truth, I have my reasons for saying now, right? After a while, I stopped using demo and I crossed over to live. And as I was crashing accounts, losing money, it was getting more and more painful. The more painful it was, the more determined I was to get a good handling of the business. I don't know whether you guys have that kind of attitude or spirit, and that's what I had, that's what I still have. I don't give up. I'm not the one to quit easily. I'm going to switch back to the charts. I'm sure you guys have drawn this or you've taken screenshot of the price action candles. And that's what we said we're looking out for, whether it is here as a CT trader or here as a trend trader. So guys, do you have, as you guys just agreed with us that it is the live account, for those trading live account, what instrument, right, is on your radar for today? What instrument is on your radar, or what trade are you taking? Let us know, and then let us know the time frame as well. We can easily look at them. The next one here is gold. Look at gold over here. Gold over here would have been a good one for me, but I missed this one, right? Let me do some markers on the chart for this. Here was an area of what? Was an area of resistance, and here acted as support, and it pushed higher. You can see it is pushing higher to this area here. If you look not too long ago, we're talking about head and shoulders. So you can see here we had like a left shoulder, we had like a head, and we had a right shoulder that was slightly lower than the left shoulder, but it still worked at head and shoulders. And head and shoulders in this here is for CT, is for counter trend moves. It's for trading against trend. And this is what some traders would have used on the right shoulder to take it down and then cash out over here at this area of support. And yes, traders are doing this, right? And that's why we mentioned this pattern, head and shoulders. And if you notice, let me clean this up first of all. I want to show you guys something. If you notice that this head and shoulders pattern that we just talked about right now, right, that occurred sometime on the 28th, maybe 19, 28th, this was probably last week or Monday or so, or maybe Tuesday or so, not too long ago, as you can see, right? This is what happened back then, but then this is what we're looking at now. Mean that we want the price to just get a bit higher here, and we can easily use this as a CT move. That is if guys, you should know the type of trader that you are. Don't say because we're giving you this information from the CT perspective and also the TT trend trade point of view that you can be trading like a yo-yo. You sell in an uptrend, you buy in an uptrend, and you're trying to take advantage of the two. Yes, indeed, some traders can do that, right? But it's always best for you to focus on one, get good at one first of all before you add the other scenario into the mix. The choice is yours, right? I'm just giving you this information based on my own personal trading. Because if you attend our sessions, you attend my session at the beginners masterclass, you notice that these are the same thing that we preach, the price action support and resistance trading strategy, and you are seeing it live and direct because this is what I do, right, on a regular basis. So guys, as we continue with this, if you have any questions, as we asked earlier, but nobody has replied, what instruments are you trading? What charts are you in? Right, let's know. Some of us said our trading has been good this week. What trade did you take? Let us know. Was it this one that you took? Was it this gold? Was it this one? Or which one is it? Because this one here, okay, this is another one here, Bitcoin. Aha, good. So you can see I'm trying to show you them in different instruments. We looked at currency, one or two currencies. We're looking at metals, gold, and we're looking at crypto, sorry, not commodities, cryptos in like of Bitcoin. This is the Bitcoin here. And I'm just going to quickly breeze through this Bitcoin here for us to understand what's happening here. This Bitcoin is an uptrend, and if you look very well, you can see how it has been moving, all the resistance areas that later turned to support. Can you see resistance area that later turned to support? But then it didn't quite get here, but pushed higher. Now price is in the middle, of this area here of resistance and this area here of support. Obviously, as a trend trader, that's why we say that you should know the type of trader that you are. As a trend trader, right? As a trend trader, you want to buy. This is where you want to buy. So you have to wait, patience. You have to exercise patience and wait for price to get here. As a counter trend trader, you wait for price to get back to this point here, and then you do what? You look for your trigger, those triggers that we showed you not too long ago. You look for your trigger to enter the market and then to take advantage of the market, right? Do you guys understand what we have been talking about thus far? We've looked at a few instruments. It's live trading. You can see we have not gone back to the fundamentals because we don't have any data again coming out later today that is of significance. That is the high impact data. We don't have that again for today, only until tomorrow, but we'll pay more attention to the particular news and the timing of the news. Timing of the news is very key, very important. So you don't place a trade and then the market goes crazy when you place it. Okay, you can see somebody has given us a good comment. Jonathan said, I traded Euro USD. I sold the pair when price got to the resistance point, but I'm out of it now. Okay, let me just quickly flip back to the Euro USD that you said. And was it on the 1 hour time frame? Was it on the 1 hour time frame? If it's on the 1 hour time frame, or even if it's on the 4 hours or whatever time frame, from what I can see, you said 4 hours. Okay, 4 hours. I'll switch to 4 hours over here. This is 4 hours, right? You said this week, that's what you said. You said I traded USD, I sold the pair when price got to the resistance point. Not really sure the resistance point you're talking about, but if you look at what we're talking about here from this particular chart, right? I believe that because let me just do some markings here. Because looking at what we have here, this is more or less this week for Euro USD. Euro USD has been up strong. It has been bullish, as you can see, right? Strictly bullish to the upside this week, last week also as well, and so on. So that means that yourself, you must have been in and out for a few pips. And if you're in and out for a few pips and it was a sell, that means that you were going against the market, counter trend trading. Jonathan, let me know if I'm correct with the analysis based on what you said, because you just said you sold, you didn't even tell me where. You said at the resistance. I currently see your resistance. Maybe based on these 4 hours, there's a resistance here. So if I draw straight, my hand is not too straight, sorry. But if I try to draw straight, maybe is when it hit this point here, you're in and out, and that would have been today, more or less. Let me see what you said. You said yes this morning. Aha, I can see this morning. You'd have been in and out based on these highs over here, based on this resistance. You can see these areas of resistance here. So Mr. Jonathan was in and out over here, and the market went down, and he's out already, right? So that's another way to look at it. So I don't know what your trigger was, but you said 4 hours, but I don't know what your trigger was because I can't see any trigger here on the 4 hours. Maybe you dropped down to a lower time frame. I don't know. Maybe you dropped down to 5 minutes, 15 minutes, because there are different ways to trade. Or maybe it was a touch trade. I'm not really sure. Maybe could you enlighten us the more? What I normally say is, I normally see traders, I see their charts, and then immediately I can tell what they are doing, what they're trying to do. I have a good enough understanding. And that's why it's always good to have the two perspectives of the market, trading with the trend and also trading against the trend. Thank you, Victor E said, bought Euro NZD H1. Let's look at Euro NZD H1. Let me clean up this chart first of all. Thank you, guys. Right? Apart from what you traded, also let us know, this is Euro NZD here. Also let us know what you are looking at so that we can put it on the charts together and then look at it together. Okay, beautiful. I'm going to tell you the first thing that jumped. I don't know, by the way, guys, as Victor E said, he bought Euro NZD H1. Please don't yet tell us where you bought it. I'm going to try to put up my charts, my analysis on this, and then you let me know whether I'm right that you bought at this same place since this time frame. Because he just said he bought. You can see the message is the same one for everybody. Please don't yet say where you bought. I want to do my own markings, and then hopefully it aligns. That means that we're able to see the same thing. I normally tell traders also, the way I got good at this business was mapping out my chart, and then before you know, the market was acting according to what I was doing, and then it gave me confidence, because this is also what they can see in the banks as well, right? Meaning that those that are trading in the banks that have large capital to work with, they won't just be placing trades anyhow. They're placing trades based on solid concrete. And I'm mentioning the banks because they're the ones that have that capital, right? High net worth individuals don't have the kind of capital that banks have, right? They don't have hundreds of millions of dollars that they're using to trade. I'm not talking about our banks in Nigeria as well, right? The likes of the Barclays and the rest of them. So look at what we have over here. Look at what we have over here. This is Euro NZD. Oh, sorry, this is 4 hours. Sorry, 4 hours. Let me switch it to 1 hour. Okay, so this is 1 hour over here. So based on this 1 hour, sorry, I was looking at 4 hours. Okay, let me just do my own markings. This is an area here. And this is where I believe you enter the market. This is an area here. Let me also show you some other areas here, and I'm going to explain what I'm doing. So hopefully we understand it. And if you don't, you might need to join us for the beginners session, right? Where we explain all of these things in details, right? Let me also mark this area here as well. Let me mark this area here, right? The other areas below as well. You might not necessarily, because most times I don't necessarily just mark all the areas. Marking them could just be a form of exercise, right? But for me, I really don't need, I just mark the most important areas for me. So this is the area NZD 1 hour time frame. And you can see over here, we had like a resistance here. And then over here, we had support. So after it broke out, acted as support. Oh, look at this candle here. This is a beautiful candle. This is the candle that we looked at not too long ago on the price action candlestick that I said, guys, do a screenshot. This is a bullish pin bar. We had here too as support. It broke back to the other side, acted as resistance. Look at what happened again over here. Can you see this candle? Can you see this big candle? We use the big candle. That's always good to wait for the candles to form, right? Always good to wait for the candles to form. We had this big candle over here, as you can see, news most likely, right? And this must have been maybe 21st. This would have been Tuesday. So probably news for Euro or NZD. You can double check or so. And then it broke out and then came back and acted as what over here? It acted as support. Look at this candle. This is also a bullish pin bar as well that you could have used to enter the market, and then it went all the way up to this resistance here, and then this is how you'd have cashed out your money. So let me confirm from Mr. Sorry, let me scroll down. Mr. Victor, was this where you entered? Was this your reason for entry? Because guys, trust me, if we were looking at this together, that is everybody here, it was live, we're looking at this market together, and then Mr. Victor, oh yeah, Mr. Victor, I don't know why I have to always look at the chat section. And Mr. Victor said he's looking at this, and we looked at it together, and we found this would have been a no-brainer for us to use this to enter the market to buy, and then to take it back to this point over here. To enter the market to buy, and then take it back to this point over here, right? Which is very key, very, very important. So Mr. Victor E, let us know. Okay, I just had to check the list is still here with us. Let us know if that is what you did. So I'll wait for you, but then I'll clean this up, and then we can look at maybe one or two more before we do what? Before we call it a day. Okay, so you entered at 1.732. Okay, I'm going to do something now. I'm going to introduce the crosshair. Right, this is the crosshair. Oh no, that's not the crosshair. Sorry. This is the crosshair here. So I'm going to click on it. Right, so I've clicked on the crosshair. Now you can see what's happening here. I'm using it. I'm moving it around. And to this right hand side, you can see the prices over here. So he said 1.732. I'm going to move it up. 1.725, 1.726, 1.732. 1.732 should be around here. 1.732 should be around here. Beautiful. You can see the 1.732 here. It aligns with this candle. You can see the mouse is under the candle. It aligns with this candle. Let me turn off the crosshair. So I've turned it off. So it aligns with this candle where I said that would have been the best place to enter based on the support, and then it pushed higher. Now, I don't know whether he entered based on this candle or whether there was another reason, but you can see what we're doing here. You can see how we're breaking it down to you based on price action, support, and resistance in its simplest of forms, breaking it down to you in this manner for everybody to be able to take advantage of. I hope you guys are understanding what we're talking about. Hope you are learning something. Hope you are gaining value, because we're going to be rounding up within the next few minutes. And then pay attention to what this area is trying to do here. You can see from now, it's like in the middle of nowhere. If it gets back to this point of support again and gives me this same candle or this same candle over here, trust me, I'm going to be all over it. I'm going to jump on it on a buy, right? Assuming I am trading Euro NZD, I'll be all over it. But I don't trade Euro NZD, so I most likely will not be watching this. When it comes to trading, you have to also be disciplined with the instruments that you are trading. You should know your instruments. Don't wait for someone to post something and then you say, oh, I like this, and then you take it. No, focus on your own instruments. As you focus on your own instruments and you're trading them week in, week out, month in, month out, and so on, you start to get a better feel of them. Start to have a better feel of them. and understand them much, much better, right? So this is the one that we have over here. And if you notice, we've been talking about like the 1 hour time frame or maybe even the 4 hour time frame. But then we have other time frames as well. We have like the daily. So this is the daily over here. And if you look at the daily, right, this is the daily for Bitcoin. You can look at the daily for any other instrument. This is for gold here. You can see all these levels have been marked since. You can see price, resistance, resistance, resistance over here. You can see this is like a head and shoulders over here. Look very well at this area. Head and shoulders over here, signifying what? To sell. And you could also possibly have another head. This is not a head and shoulders here. We could have a possible head and shoulders, inverse head and shoulders at the bottom, telling you to buy. So those patterns, you pay attention to them, you know where they are forming and all, and then you use that to enter the market and take advantage, right? At the end of the day, right? So you can see this is the daily for gold. This is daily for AUD, USD as well. So looking at the daily time frames too can also work for you as a trader. Whatever time frame you're looking at, make sure you understand the dynamics of what is happening, understand the trend. Look at this beautiful USD JPY. You can see this one here. Can you see this candle is a bit small, but this is still a pin bar. This is a bullish pin bar, a bullish hammer, bullish pin, and you can see it pushed higher. Right? Of course, if you push higher up to this point and you entered over here, your stop loss would have been lower. You can as well manage the trade, bring your stop loss higher, and then see where it is now, whether there's momentum that pushes it to this place here, where you have a bunch of resistance areas here, and then you can cash out your profit for this place. Or if you want, you can see whether to get to this point and take your full profit here or take your full profit here or whatever. But do not let greed come in. If you have set here as your take profit, get out there, right? It's up to you. Or you can do partial close part of your trades here and then see whether it pushes here to close part or close some more part as well, right? So guys, do you have any questions? Do you have any questions for us? This has been the live trading session. And as usual, if you look at the charts based on what we've been talking about, you should know what we're looking out for. Something like this. For price to come back here, you enter here. Or for price to come back here and drop while you enter here. So it's all about knowing whether you are a counter trend trader, because this is for CT, counter trend trader, or here is for trend trader. So identify the type of trader that you are and then wait for the market to get there. And then you do the needful, right? It's a thing of rinse and repeat. Follow your rules, follow your guidelines, follow your trading plan, and you should be good to go. Guys, do you have any questions for us as we're rounding up now? For those that have been here from beginning till now, I want to say thank you. And some of us also probably our internet has been a bit shaky, right? You can get this recording on our YouTube channel, and I'm going to drop the YouTube link shortly. Just give me a quick second. I'm going to drop the YouTube link now in the chat box, right? So for this here, let me just drop it here. You can subscribe to the YouTube channel, number one, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and then also turn on the notification bell that when we drop the videos, you can quickly get to watch them, right? And then ask questions in case there was something you noticed and you had questions, ask questions and we'll get back to you. And then also rounding up, we have a signals group that you can join where signals are dropped. I repeat, we have a signals group where signals are dropped, right? And then you can also use that as a form of learning as well. And then also for you to be eligible to join the signals group, you just need to fund your account with a minimum of $100. So if you are here and you are trading live, you funded $100, you can talk to your account manager and see whether you can be added to it. And we also have one-on-one. You can also get access to one-on-one 30-minute session with myself where we can talk about anything. It could be strategies or it could be management, it could be risk management, talk about trading, whatever the case might be, it's all around trading. You can talk about it and then help you understand better. For you to be eligible for that one-on-one 30-minute session, all you have to do is to fund your account. Yes, fund your account with $500. So fund your account with $500, and then something can be done for you, and then we can rub minds on what you are doing right, what you are doing wrong, and then how to concentrate more on those of the right than the wrong, right? So if you're interested in that, let us know and we can help you out. Whatever you feel you need. Let me ask this question before we round up. How can 10 trade, how can we help you? This is a question from us to you. How do you feel? How do you think that 10 trade can help you out to become better traders? I like asking this question because when we give you, oh, you can attend the one-on-one 30-minute session, you can join the signals group, people don't even say anything. But think about it. What do you think we can do for you that would help you to improve? I like asking this question personally, by the way, because it helps me to know how to deliver the information based on what everybody they're all saying. Oh, you want this or you want that. This is your time to speak now. Let us know what you want, how you want it, and we can help you, right? At the end of the day, we can indeed help you to get this destination that you need to be, right? To help you to get to the destination that you need to be. We also have a survey. You can help us fill this survey. I'm going to drop the link now. Help us fill the survey. So this survey over here, right? I'm going to drop it in the chat section as well. So this survey here, help us fill it. You can fill the little information. If you don't want to say how you want us to help you, you can put this in the survey form over here. You can post the time of training, whether it's morning, afternoon session you like. You can give us more information about yourself. Just fill it, everybody. Let's help you out. And of course, one thing I always like to say, right, is that 10 Trade, we want to help you so that your trading can be 10 over 10 at the end of the day. You know what 10 over 10 means? 10 over 10 is what? Is pass, is A plus. That is more or less 100%. We want your trading to be as good as 10 over 10. And with 10 Trade, the broker of choice, that hopefully should be so if you do the needful. And of course, you do the needful, you will see the outcome at the end of the day, right? You will see the outcome at the end of the day. Any questions? If no questions, there's no comments coming in from anybody from you guys, I'd like to say thank you guys for joining us. It has indeed been a good one. We're going to be rounding up now. You do not have an account, you are here. You don't have an account with 10 Trade. It means that you can't take advantage of a lot of things under 10 Trade's roof. Kindly reach out to the person that sent you the link to join us. That person will help you to register. If you have any issues, you're trying to switch from your demo to the live, and you don't know how to do that from your client area, contact your account manager. Your account manager should be able to help you to do that. And of course, will help you to get to where you need to at the end of the day, right? I'm also available at any time. You can reach out to me, right? Most times I could give you my number. You can reach out to me or whatever the case may be. Let us know. And then, of course, we can help you with any information that is needed. Okay, so I'm going to stop the recording now.